Good evening and welcome to it. I'm Thomas Mlambo, and this is Sport at 10 now. Today's show is very different because on the back of what happened with South Africa as far as the bid for 2023 is concerned, as well as on the back of what happened with South Africa with the World Cup qualifiers, tonight's show is all about you. You're going to be able to be social media with us. You'll tweet us. We'll take your phone calls later on in the program, and we will get the perspectives of some of the great minds of South African football as we wrap up this celebration, the discussion of 25 years of Bafana. Yes, 1992 was when Bafana was readmitted to international sport. Today, we've done it 3 times already this year. We are wrapping up the celebrations, and we're wrapping it up not necessarily with too much to celebrate, because as we will unfold throughout the show, 2017 is probably the worst year ever in the history of Bafana. Let's take a look at who's sitting on the bench to come in and have a conversation with us. A coach from back in the day of the national team of South Africa. There he is, Augusto Palacios, in charge of Bafana from 1992 to 1994. And then right next to him, from 1998 to 2000, it is that man there, Drogba Tony, as well as sitting next to him, Trotmoloto has been there, done that. He's got a bronze medal at a Cup of Nations. Right next to him is a footballer who has gone the distance with Bafana. He's gone to an Olympic Games. He knows what it's like. And we are also expecting right next to him a teammate who's jetting into the studio as we speak, and he will give us an idea, but I'm not going to give you too much away here. I'll surprise you with that man. Let's get to the news stories. And a quick conversation as well about our back four, because the back four, as you know, is the coaches of Steve Kompela as well as Shakes Mashaba, alongside Skrima Mashabalala, and the 2 coaches that we've got here. But injuries. The back four has so many injuries, so we've had to make a reshuffle in our team, but this is still going to be the show you'll remember because you will be part of it. I'm not going to give you the telephone number just yet for you to be communicating with us, but start sending your tweets through. Start giving us your idea. The hashtag that I'd like to do it on, so it's nice and simple, is hashtag Bafana25. It's simple. It's 25 years of Bafana. Hashtag Bafana25. Tell us how you're feeling right now. Tell us what you're thinking of the national team. Tell us what you're thinking of the future. And also ask the questions of Trot Moloto as well as Augusto Palacios of what they think of things in the team. And maybe they can give you an answer that you've always wanted. Now, let's get to the news stories that are the big ones. Today, you know, I was watching, I was there, I was live on SABC Sport as the announcement took place, and it was London. I was like, you know, I was so sure. I had my phone out, I was ready to tweet, South Africa are going to host the 2023 Rugby World Cup. I even had it written. I was there just waiting to press send. And then the guy just says, like, he announces France. You know, like, where you're like, no, man, let me just understand. What did he just say France? You even ask the people next to you, and I was sitting alone, but I still asked someone sitting next to me, did he just say France? And then it turned out to be the fact. France are the ones who have got the Rugby World Cup in 2023, even though the very organization from Rugby World Rugby had put us as the #1 preferred bid. They'd done all sorts of assessments. They'd sent inspectors. The inspectors said South Africa is #1. That is the place we should be going. But then when they took it to the vote, he voted shade. Here's the reaction of what took place.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to announce that the host for the Rugby World Cup 2023 is France.
I just love the guy in our delegation there on the left-hand side. He doesn't even clap. He's like, what just happened here? What just happened? We didn't get the World Cup. The reaction from the Deputy Minister of Sport, Gert Oosthuizen, was profound. We caught up with him. This is what he had to say. With the disappointment now sinking into South Africans that the sure case is in France.
We're obviously disappointed, especially, you know, if you were the preferred recommended candidate by the technical committee and the body appointed by World Rugby to do so. We ticked every box, and we know we had a very good bid. But these things do happen in life. So we are disappointed, and we say congratulations to France. They must be jubilating, but you know what? The Rainbow Nation have a history, you know, of making the impossible possible, of overcoming adversity, you know, striving for equity and equality. And the way I listen to the crowd here and I see responses, we will rally behind our team going to the next World Cup. And for 2023, we will rally, we will build as a Rainbow Nation, and we are going to do admirably in 2023 in Stade de France. While John Smith and their people and our team did in 27, we're going to win the Rugby World Cup there and bring it back home.
I'm not laughing, I'm just getting at the reaction. You know, everyone's pulling together short to just say, yay, and then it's what? France, the Director General for the Department of Sport in South Africa, didn't pull any punches himself as he reacted to the disappointment. South Africa, in the technical report from World Rugby, is the #1 destination. And then magic happens. The voters don't even look at the report to say, no, we were told to look at this report. South Africa should be the country we're voting for. And they voted in another direction. DG, how do you feel?
High, knowing that we presented the best bid. The best, by their own process, World Rugby have said our bid was the better of the three. We are an African country, a very proud African country, a developing nation, but we're dealing with two bullies who really can't accept that a country they consider inferior could actually be better than them. But nevertheless, we respect the process and we are disappointed.
There you go, DG. We were bullied, according to the DG. We were elbowed, they gave something, and we were knocked out of being able to host for 2023. So, it's official. That's the World Cup. Now you can plan a trip if you're going to be there in 2023, and it will be to France. Speaking of trips and rugby, there's a trip a little bit sooner that you need to be thinking about, because two of South African rugby's big sides are taking rugby to the USA. In Los Angeles on the 3rd of February next year, you'll be able to watch the Stormers taking on the Bulls. I'm even stunned at that myself. Los Angeles at the Hub Center in LA, it's the Stormers and the Blue Bulls. They'll be playing a curtain raiser as the USA takes on Argentina, and it's all part of the pre-match there. But we will have South African sides for the first time ever in the USA playing a huge encounter as a curtain raiser to a test match. It's unbelievable. And if you're a rugby fan, start booking your tickets to LA for the 3rd of February, because that's where you'll see those two teams in action. Moving on, though, and there's other news stories that are breaking as far as the world of sport is concerned. I was very sad about this news story because, I mean, one of the greatest footballers that Africa has ever produced, the big man up front for Cote d'Ivoire, the big man for Chelsea, scored over 100 goals for the national team of Cote d'Ivoire. In fact, 104 caps for Cote d'Ivoire, 65 goals he scored for his nation. African Football of the Year in 2006 and in 2009. And he's announced that 2018 will be the last year that he'll be playing football. He will be retiring from football. Didier Drogba is done. The 20-year career of the great man is over, and we absolutely had to mention it because he is one of the greats of all time. And sad for him to see him go, but age catches up with all of us, I guess. And then moving on to the SA Sports Awards. If you missed it on Sunday, the two big winners of the SA Sports Awards, I was extremely happy about this because Caster Semenya was sensational at the World Championships. She ran the 1500 meters, bronze medal there. Then she went to her favorite event, the 800 meters, and cruised through to a gold medal in that. Walked up onto the stage as the undisputed women's Athlete of the Year in South Africa. There she was collecting her award, and she was just so amazing in her acceptance speech. The performance this year was breathtaking. If anything can be pointed to, she walked away with a car, and as much as there was disappointment for other things in terms of South African soccer and South African rugby this year, we can absolutely point to the athletic side of things and say they flew the flag highest, they were making us proud, and Custer was right at the front of all of that. And then on the men's side of things, you know when something is just right? We've all seen Chad Leclos do well. We've seen Wade van Niekerk do well at the SA Sports Awards. And it was starting to feel for me a little bit like Luvo Manyonga was going to be that athlete that was born at the wrong time, where they're just a few other athletes around who are just getting more awards and more accolades, and he's just not being seen. But fortunately, the judges have seen him, and they have given him the award, because in 2017, in the long jump, Luvo Manyonga was undefeated in European competition in the Diamond League. Gold medal as well at the World Championships in London, and he walked away with the Ultimate Sports Prize. And I don't know if he was happy. What do you think? That celebration, the jump onto the stage, he is just a man I'm ecstatic for. If you look at the history of what Luvo Manyonga has done, coming from sleeping under bridges as a drug addict to now the best sportsman in South Africa, that is a great story. I love it, and congratulations to all the winners at the SA Sports Awards on Sunday. But now, let me take you straight through to South Africa's one and only sports comedian, because he's itching to get in, and I've been talking for, well, 13 minutes already, and I can see him. He's been stretching. He's been doing his thing. He is the Shampunizer. He's undefeated. He's the heavyweight of humor, and he's wearing a Bafana jersey. So is that why you were stretching backstage? Shampuninho, your show is also coming up. Are you going to wear the Bafana jersey for your comedy show, which is coming up 25th of November? It's happening in Pretoria at the State Theatre. Tickets are available. Get the tickets now. Will you wear your Bafana jersey?
No, I feel nearly schoon. Niggas now machine. So but I'm joking, Thomas. I wore this because just to be unique. I think I'm the only guy in the country who's wearing this. You know, like Bafana, we are supporting you and everything. But this is exactly what Bafana did to us. I have a video that's explained, because I can't explain what Bafana did to us. But this is like Runa, out here, Buruko Blue. Bafana, what? This is exactly what Bafana did to us. Where is the really happy one? Bafana get another jump, get happy. Yeah, I win, Bafana. I win. Bon, Ratzena happy.
We like,
yeah,
that's how the World Cup qualifiers started for us. We were like, wow, we beat Senegal.
You know what? I mean, really, Thomas. I was here like, I'm going to joke about Bafana, but no, they did it themselves. Like, by trapile self, Thomas, huh? Senegal disabled player. Movie at 3D or Senegal, instead of Bama Champions straight, the goal is the blind spot. Don't have blind spot. I should have created ticket. What's the matter? What's the features? No, Senegal is Halagaro. Now, tell Senegal, whoever committed that own goal, Bama offer a free tip to Russia for contribution.
Our own goal.
Our own goal for contribution. He's
been playing well, man.
Raja, and when I'm having Liluza, Kopulquan, Limbopo Batum, Renali, everything, Limbopo. Castrata Savarama Galela Nohar. Koloquali Molaria, Castrata Saru, Narili Fitlage, Bafana Vartel. Navileneg Filare, Ukawa as a country. Rinseba Fana to Bananlo. Heba Lenda Airport Bar Grenarili Rashi. Bonafel, both Tembas one, Bonafel.
This is
exactly
video.
How you have to kick a penalty. When a penalty so bon, Uruda this is how you take a penalty. Allah. I win.
But this is a deadly penalty. If he'd taken this, we might have been on our way to Russia right now.
Yeah, but you know what's a deadly penalty? Deadly.
Complete ball.
Exactly my point. Somebody go and sing our pass boy. I think Bafana we should punish them. Rabagrele pilot de balatanya go tembis. Allen the Kempton Pagano Mamolar Yamanang Pelala. But they come out to go for Tobatama. Thomas. I mean, just for, you know what, I don't want to say a lot. I don't want to talk too much about Bafana, but t-shirt there, when I went by Spanish, I go creche mutu sabana. Walla, reta wapis. Bafana.
He'll be back throughout the show. This is your program today. We want to heal. We want to celebrate. We want to talk about 25 years of Bafana. We also have to heal from the fact that we're not hosting the World Cup in 2023. So we're calling it a little bit of a week of disaster for South African sport. I mean, would you agree? What are your thoughts? What were the most disastrous moments? If it's a rugby story, tell us about that at Sport at 10 TV. If you want to talk about Bafana, it's the last part of our celebration with hashtag Bafana25. So send through your questions there, your comments, and we'll put them to our guests on the show tonight. But after the break, two former Bafana coaches, Augusto Palacios as well as Trot Muloto, will come into the studio. I'll pepper them with their questions that I want to know from them about what has happened with Bafana over the last 25 years. They were there at the beginning, they were there in the middle, they've been watching it now up until these days, and you will also get your comments into those coaches. Later on in the show, we've also got some other top guests coming in, so stay with Sport at 10. We'll be back right after this.